hold up, people, we just beat Wolves 4-0. What just happened? I'll tell you what happened. We played really well. Like, we didn't just play slightly well, we played really well today. And I'm feeling thoughts and emotions I haven't felt in a while, especially since the season came back. I'm going to start from the top and we're going to work our way through the excitement. So the lineup, I wasn't mad about it. It was to be expected. From the Arsenal game, I knew Moyes would keep things relatively the same. Obviously, we have no Diop, so Balbuena was in place. So there was a change, but they were forced changes. Brilliant start to the first half. Jared Bowen coming in with his goal was just came from nowhere for me, because I was watching Antonio tripping over, I think, Traore, and then all of a sudden Fornals had an assist, and then Bowen just all the way around the defence, just in. Goal came from nowhere. Fantastic goal from Bowen. I know people have been saying he's been a bit quiet in the first 2 games, but I mean, tonight he certainly made an impact again. That man was not quiet. We had one of many attempts in the first half. You know, Antonio has some attempts. Fornals sent a ball to space, which was disappointing. Now, Fornals was really good with the assist tonight, but that goal, and I did worry in the first half at this point, you know, that would come back to bite us, because with chances, we need to be taking them with Wolves, just because, you know, you can never step back and go, oh yeah, no, we're completely safe, because that's not the case. My only criticism from the first half and in the game in general, and it is only one criticism, because I'm very happy, is we created chances, but we didn't finish them. Now, I know the creation of chances is fantastic, and it's not what we've been doing, and that is a step in the right direction, but there are just certain goals that should have gone in. You know, that's all. That's my only criticism. That's the only critical thing I have to say in this video. Is it's beautiful that we make chances, but if we're not finishing them, it always puts us on the back foot a little bit. But that's it. That's all I've got to have a little grumble about this evening. Just Bowen, it's absolutely massive movements from Bowen. I mean, to be honest, he was my man of the match. I don't know what people will think in the comments, but for me, Bowen, just along with Antonio, made a massive impact. Massively impressed with another player who made a fairly big impact, which is Masuaku. His crosses have been so good since Arsenal. He's just been really good, and he's actually been doing a little bit of defending as well, which is nice. We're much better than I thought we would be. You know, 1-0 into the first half against Wolves is what you want. Obviously, at the time, I was saying, oh, I'd love us to go in 2-0 just to sort of, you know, cement it a little bit more, but we didn't, and that was okay. I was content going into half time, but I wasn't quite happy. Second half, early doors, Frederick got injured. I think it looked muscular, which isn't what I want to see, because I actually think Fredericks has been fantastic since the start of the season, and he was no different today. He had a bit of a moment where he made a tackle that he probably shouldn't have made, but for me, Fredericks has been a pretty standout since the season started. But I hope that's not a long-term injury, because we need him, because obviously Ben Johnson came on and it became quite apparent quickly that Johnson doesn't have the pace of Fredericks, and it showed. And that, you know, he isn't Fredericks. I mean, look at me, I'm sitting here complimenting Fredericks. We beat Wolves 4-0. I'm in an alternative universe at the moment. And then Bowen came in with a second goal. Again, another Fornals assist. Bowen was just there. So Fornals, it went and it hit the bar again. A little bit of a mischance, but Bowen was right in there into the goal. It was lovely. It was a lovely goal. And Masuaku, again, not just in the first half, in the second half, his crosses were fantastic. And then Souček, and it was 3-0. I didn't know what to do with myself. Fantastic goal. I think it was a deflection, but it was a lovely header in. You know, I was happy. I was happy at 3-0. I thought job was a good and match is done. Could we just blow the whistle a little bit early? Just overall in both halves, our defence was incredibly solid. Now, Do I think Wolves were at their best today? No. But I don't want that to take away from anything that we did, because we played as an incredibly solid team. And another important thing for me is Traore started this game and he came off and he hadn't ruined us. My God, I'm even going to compliment Cresswell a little bit, because I actually think he was okay in this game. In the centre-back position, I actually thought he was okay. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. And then Moyes, even from his own living room, managed to put on some very late subs. Do we expect anything less from him? No. Was I surprised at the 2 subs he put on? I was surprised at one, and that surprise player was Mark Noble. I don't understand why didn't he put Hilaire on as well, which he always does. That's standard David Moyes in the 80 something minute. But then after my little Hilaire won't do anything, he's not got enough time, he goes and scores, and that was a Masuaku assist. I'm like, fantastic. But you can see, I think people might complain that Hilaire didn't look very happy, but hear me out, he did smile. But can you imagine being put on that late in a game in so many matches that you would be a bit frustrated? But you know, there he is, proving David Moyes that he can score outside of cup games. Do I think he'll get a start against Leicester? Absolutely not. Will he get a start against Everton in the cup? Of course he will. For me, I still stand by what I say about Hilaire. I think he should be getting an earlier start. In this game, though, I will say, tactically and formation-wise, I was happy and it worked. Do I think this is going to work for every single game? Absolutely not. And I hope David Moyes makes changes along the way. Will he? Probably not. But overall, I mean, 4-0, what can we say? What can you say? Just a fantastic result. And I hope, obviously we've got Everton coming up in the cup and we've got Leicester next weekend. That Leicester's going to be a tough game. Everton's going to be a tough game. But I hope that we can build on this, and this is the start of us showing the Premier League what West Ham can actually do. And that we're more than all of the bad news behind the scenes, that actually we're a solid team and we are good. And tonight we were good. Onwards, positive. We're West Ham, we're massive.